And so reality strikes me again as I head back to my dump workplace after what's been like the last couple of days, you know. So I get myself an extended Memorial Day weekend. I'm talking about an actual vacation for me, even though it's just a mini one. You know, I did make the most of it. You know, I tried to, even though it could have been 3 days straight. But you know, 2 days is enough. Even though the other day was just really pretty hectic for the most part. But for the most part, I'm able to make most of my mini vacation on this extended Memorial Day weekend and all that, right? So, you know, reality sets in again for me as I go back to that dumb workplace where I know what is expected of it. You know, there's nothing more that I need to say because of the state that it's in and because of the fact that I'm just hearing more and more from the news about more people resigning and more layoffs, more cuts, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm at the point but you know, for the most part, I've been job hunting, so I did not give up on that for the most part. You know, I've been doing my part. Maybe like my therapist said yesterday, add some paintings in there. You know, who knows? You know what? I'm not at this point, like, for as much as I've been, you know, pretty much away from my friend circle, I'm gonna do everything I can on my own to just really revamp my my portfolio the way that I feel it's best for me as far as like what I think they're gonna need. Because honestly, right now I'm only having my graphic design stuff in there. Maybe add some paintings, like he told me. Who knows? I have painting as my skill set on there, even in my resume and even on job sites like Indeed and what's that, ZipRecruiter, and I think I put it on LinkedIn. I have to utilize LinkedIn more, just for the sake of, you know, because a lot of people are using that as well. You know, not just reconnecting with recruiters and other people, but you know, I think I want to try to get my feet wet on that one as well. But yeah, once again, reality sets in. I already know what's expected. You know, just knowing that I'm not going to call this a real workplace. I've said it many times. I've already cooked that place enough for me to lose total objectivity. So it is what it is at this point for me to know that, like, it's never going to be a real workplace to work at. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I wanted to touch on this, but first off, I mean, congrats to the Oklahoma City Thunder who reached the NBA Finals. Yeah, I know they dodged the Lakers and the Warriors. You know, I feel like the Warriors should have faced OKC, knowing if Steph did not go down and knowing what Jimmy Butler is, not being the takeover Jimmy Butler from Miami that he once was, and with Steph being there doing his thing, I guess you can say, I think Golden State will have a good chance to beat Oklahoma City. Them and the Lakers, you know, believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy, especially myself as a longtime Laker fan, that like, even with JJ Redick being the coach, you know, we already played twice in Oklahoma City. Yeah, I know we lost in the first one. We were struggling, like, in the beginning of that the regular season, you know, just trying to figure things out with JJ Redick. But you know, ever since we acquired Luka, and now we started to become a much better team. Now we face Oklahoma City like in you know, early April, and you know, we played them twice in Oklahoma City. First game we just blew them out the door in OKC. The second game it was close. Something tells me I think the Lakers still would have won that one. I mean, like a close one, right? If it wasn't for Luka's ejection. But I kind of have to fault the Lakers a little bit just for them losing their composure right after the Luka ejection. Had they not lost their composure like that, especially if LeBron and Austin Reeves are still there, then I think the Lakers could beat them. Who would have thought? I mean, damn, if the Lakers did beat Oklahoma City in OKC, in OKC like twice in a row. I mean, damn. You know, you can have any roster you want for the Lakers or OKC versus this OKC team. And man, OKC for some reason they struggle against the Lakers. They struggle. And see, Luka Doncic just completely owning that team when they was in OKC. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just feel like some teams have their kryptonites, like the Lakers struggling to beat Denver. You know, Denver is their kryptonite. When it comes to Oklahoma City, for some reason, the Lakers are their kryptonite. You know, OKC has trouble beating them. Golden State, too, also has trouble beating the Lakers. Even that 73-9 Warriors team struggles to beat the Lakers, you know. That one game in Staples Center where I think they just had their fifth loss overall, and that wasn't even close. I mean, I just feel like the Lakers just have their number as well, you know. But yeah, I mean, getting back to what I said here, once again, congratulations OKC. You know, getting to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2012. You know, we know what that core was. KD, Westbrook, Harden. Yep, that was that OKC team. Lost in Miami. You know, the LeBron Miami team. They had a good chance though, but you know they ultimately failed. I think it was like in 5 games. Yeah. So yeah, once again, congrats to OKC. Well deserved for a great season. That, you know, a wonderful season that I had, almost reaching 70 when they had 68 wins. But like I said, man, had they faced the Lakers, even this Lakers team, and I mean, who knew? I think that they're just, I mean, who knows? But I bet you, even if Darvin Ham was still the coach of the Lakers, then I just don't see OKC beating the Lakers. I know I had a hot take. Well, I had a comment that I made on one of the guys that I listened to who talked about OKC advancing to the NBA Finals, and I said in there that, you know, the Lakers just have their number. OKC always struggled against the Lakers. Yeah, I know it's gonna. To me, I know it's gonna be a hot take, but you know, if Darvin Ham was still the coach of that Lakers team, just only imagine, dude. I don't think OKC was gonna beat them, no matter what. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's just like, come on, man. Who, you know, I just don't think OKC can beat the Lakers like that. But I don't know in the playoff series. I mean, if the matchup is what it is, like, you know, regular season or playoffs, you know, once upon a time the Lakers struggled to beat Denver in the regular season and in the playoffs. So it's just it's an overall matchup problem. Golden State too has you know, they're also known to beat Oklahoma City. Now, are they also the kryptonite of you know, of OKC? I don't really know. I haven't really followed closely on their head-to-head matchups, but I've seen Golden State beat OKC, you know, several times before, even in OKC. So I think, but with Jimmy Butler in here and Steph together, even with Buddy Hield, like, you know, sometimes Buddy Hield can be pretty streaky, but when he has found his stride in the playoffs, especially as of late, that Golden State team has a chance to go to the NBA Finals. I think they have an even better chance of heading there and beating OKC in 6 or 7 games with who they have. Minnesota, it's good. It's good to see them, making it to the conference finals. But let's just be honest. If Steph didn't go down in Game 1, I'm pretty sure that Golden State, they were going to win anyway, even after Steph went down Game 1. But, had it not been for that, I would have seen Golden State easily just advancing in like 5-6 games against Minnesota. And then they would have been able to face Oklahoma. And I think it's going to be a lot of neck and neck games. And, as much as Ant struggled to to perform against OKC, I think Steph would have had more big time games. Knowing of his veteran experience in the playoffs, also a 4-time champion, been there. I think he'll have more big games. I think every single game he's going to have a big one. Maybe one he'll struggle, but I think for the most part he was going to have more big games than Ant has had in this series. I think the series would have gone 6-7. I think Golden State would have probably closed it out in either in Golden State or in Oklahoma. But just knowing who they are, especially with Steve Kerr still as the coach, they know absolutely what to do. And I was gonna say, look, once again, congratulations OKC making it into the NBA Finals. But they were fortunate to dodge the Lakers and the Warriors, who may just be real threats to them. Denver is just closer to a threat. I had them beating OKC. I thought they were going to beat them, and no, they just got blown out in Game 7, and a disappointing end. But hell, it was a competitive series. If it had to take 7 games for OKC to beat Denver, imagine if this was Golden State. It's going to be 7 games as well, no doubt. And they have multiple titles. So, I know a lot of people didn't believe OKC getting to the NBA Finals, but hey, here they are. But I'm just saying, if they were to face Golden State or the Lakers, shit, man. I think Golden State would advance. But yeah, anyways, I know I'm getting way too off now on what this topic is supposed to be. So I'm going to continue on as fast as I can here. I know it's almost going to be the month of June, and for the most part, it's already been 5 months that I've been away from my friend circle. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, knowing what I've been through the last couple of months, what transpired, starting in late March, going all the way into the month of April, having to face the darkness that I'm facing, letting some people get into my head as far as what I did, even at home, and the fact that I got demons in my surroundings, and just being away from my friends too. I feel like I just learned the hard way. Now the question I ask is, am I gonna return to my friend circle soon? Listen, man, like I said, I already seen Neil once, and with Julio reaching out to me by email, then I'll be seeing him next. So there is a chance. I don't want to get too excited to want to return like immediately, because I know, like, I still gotta go through a whole lot in therapy as far as like my mental struggles and all that. But there is a possibility, if there is a need, because I know things at home and at work are not going to get better. Let's just be real about that. But as far as me returning to my friend circle, I think it is a need. But who knows? I need something like what I did earlier in January. Look, I get it. A lot of people know it as well. And I thought that was going to help me. It helped me to get my peace, but to get a break. after what I went through with them. But at the same time, you know, even having admitted to be a failure of a friend, you know, I think the time must come. So, I mean, I never had a self-confidence issue. I know I've had my mental issues of, you know, where my temper issues and anger issues and all of that. But, you know, it is what it is, right? It's just, I just gotta fight through it. Like I said, I gotta keep job hunting, and there may be a chance, but I mean, we'll have to see. But I'm gonna go into more detail about it when I get to it. So yeah, stay tuned for that.